Technical difficulties. It's funny because I originally scheduled this for 6:05 and it's now 6:00. I changed it back to 6 and now we're on at 6:06. Was trying to get Knives on. Having difficulty with her microphone, so it doesn't look like. Let me see. Let me add her to the stream. They will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. So nope, you're not in. Yeah, I can't. We would need our tech professional who is at work. So I don't know of any other way to do it. So I'm going to just move on. Maybe Knives can click on something and make it work. But anyway, hope y'all are having a good weekend. Markets were choppy last week. I think one index was actually up. Let's see. S&P 500 was down 1.2%. NASDAQ down 2.4%. Russell 2000 down only 0.87. And the Dow Jones ended up 1.11%. So nice job on the Dow. Man, I'm hot. I'm sweating. Excuse me. I was trying to plug in and unplug the microphone for Knives and just wasn't happening. Next week we got some big names, some big interesting earnings coming up. We got Tesla on board. We got Procter and Gamble on board, Bank of America. Any other big names? Verizon, Charles Schwab, Philip Morris, Union Pacific, IBM, AT&T. AT&T's been getting murdered. Crazy. Trading at like 5 PE. Lockheed Martin, American Express, Goldman Sachs, Blackstone, Netflix. So some really big names reporting next week. Hopefully things go okay. My portfolio was only down about, actually it wasn't down. No, let me look at this again. My net liquidation value on my options account anyway was, oh, there he goes, disconnecting. What the heck? Was up about $139, so can't complain about that one. I actually ended up at a negative profit on my options side last week because I did roll a few positions. But I mean, that added to my cash balance and my overall net lick. So overall, not a horrible. I haven't had one of those in my options account in a long time. So I was like negative $114 last week because of those rolls. But other than that, a decent week. Can't complain. Let's see what we got going on for the upcoming. We got the Market Watch economic calendar that someone told me to look at. I don't see anything. Tuesday, Fed 5-year inflation expectations. Producer price index on Wednesday. FOMC minutes on Wednesday. Thursday is... oh, wait a second. Doggone it. I'm reading you last week's report. Next week. Empire State Manufacturing Index. I have no idea what the heck that is. Industrial Production Index on Tuesday. Home builders on Tuesday. Building permits on Wednesday. Housing starts. Jobless claims on Thursday. existing home sales on Thursday, leading economic indicators on Thursday, Friday, index of common inflation expectation 5 to 10 years out. Interesting that they don't have a forecast for that, but previous was 2.2% to 3.1%. Don't know if we'll get there, but definitely the consumer is healthy. And that's bad news for the market. Obviously, they want you to suffer to get things better. But what did we do last week? We went to Kohl's. We're trying to get prepared for the wedding, which is next Saturday. And that's going to make us extremely busy this week. But Kohl's was pretty busy. People were shopping in there on a weekday, which was pretty interesting. Target, we went to Target. That was full. I think we went to Target. Went to a party, took my son to Party City. He had to get some stuff. They were busy as hell. So very interesting. Until people stop spending money, I guess things ain't going to get any better. But what else we got? You got anything, Knives? What do we do? You're angry. She's angry that she can't get on here.
You need to buy me a microphone.
I need to buy her a microphone, she says. I probably will. I think that's what I'll end up doing. I don't know. But what was I going to talk about? I had something I wanted to talk about. Oh, the poll. The poll is out. Go ahead and answer the poll. If you could choose the calendar years to go back to and live through, what would they be? 40s and 50s, the 60s and 70s, the 80s to 90s, or the 2000s to 10s? I don't know. I mean, I lived through, part of the late 70s and the 80s, 90s, and 2000s and 10s. I don't know if I'd want to relive it, be honest with you. I'd probably want to go back and try the 40s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, the what would you call that era? The Grease era? That's like Knives' favorite movie is Grease. 40s and 50s. Just seems like a very simple way of life, very easy. So I'd probably get into the 40s and 50s. There were some struggles, though, obviously, just like every other, block of couple decades. 40s and 50s, you had war. 60s and 70s, you had war and civil rights. And 80s and 90s, you had what war? I think we had Cold War or something in the 80s and 90s. Well, we had war in the 90s with oil and all that stuff. 2000s to 10s, we had more war. So just war all the time. But I guess the argument is for the 2000s is tech, being part of the tech revolution. I didn't participate, and I'd rather not. That's funny I say that because I was watching a Tesla car review, and everything's controlled by an iPad, basically. Big ass iPad in the center of the dash, and I'm like, I couldn't drive one. I couldn't do it. I've had this iPhone 10 for 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, and I still don't know how to work it. I asked my wife, my son, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I couldn't. If I'm forced into that, I'm probably going to have to not drive. So, that's it. What is normal? I got on here censored. What is normal? Everything's abnormal. Everything's abnormal nowadays. Me and Knives had a rant about this the other day. We were having lunch, and everything going on today in today's society is I think it's planned. I think it's planned for people to be dependent on government, for people to uh, not recreate, not procreate, I guess is the word. Um, there's just crazy stuff that's just normal nowadays. Like I saw this thing on Instagram. It was Ami Horowitz, I think is his name, and he was doing like fake polling, like get people to sign a poll. Uh, and he was walking up to people and he goes, "Hey, I'm trying to collect signatures for this poll for this 5-year-old girl who wants to transition. Her parents don't want her to, but she wants to transition to a boy, and this is the paper if you sign that would help her basically give the middle finger to her parents and get transition therapy." And people were like, "Oh yeah, great, yeah, let me sign, blah blah blah." It's like, what the French? Like, I don't understand. It's just the normal. The normal is creepy. This is a creepy normal. Transitions is normal. Killing babies is normal. Not having kids is normal, and nobody says anything. I just did. I'll probably get censored. That's probably why my regular YouTube channel ain't doing so good anymore. It's because of that. Anyway, I'll shut up. I've been yapping. G-Man. Hello, G-Man. Bend Over, going to be lurking tonight again. Got personal hurdles I can't get over. Hugs to everyone I don't know. Right on, Ben. Hope you're doing better. Yeah, you can get over them. Just one step at a time. Knives. Hi, Knives. Is it censored because All Good kicked us out of the server? Yeah. Not everybody knows that, but yeah, I guess so. Good evening, Nix. Hope Florida's doing well. It's cooling down here. It was a nice day. It was only like 83 degrees today. It is a nice, cool 76 degrees at this time of 6:18 p.m. Etho says, "Gee, are you still doing screen printing?" No, I am not. I sold all my equipment and essentially paid all that money in taxes. Um, I'm still capable. I have connections. I have, things like that, but I don't personally physically do it anymore. I thought I would be getting some orders after I sold my equipment, and because I'm capable to outsource stuff, but things just dried up. Parker, hello. I might have to check out this live stream after it's recorded. Hope everyone's doing well. Right on, Parker. Hope you're doing well as well. GGM, howdy, y'all. Howdy. Kicked out of the server. Yeah. I think I mentioned this last week. We had a kind of a private Discord, and with a few of us, and we got kicked out. She just it wasn't active anymore, so it got closed down. Hey G-Man, hey Parker, hey GGM. Seems like the busiest part of our calls is the Amazon return line. Yeah, there was quite a few people there in the Amazon return line, but we really just shopped the clearance section. I guess that's one of the bad parts is the clearance section. We ended up buying some shoes that we weren't there to buy, but it was such a good deal. It was like one pair was like $7, another pair was like $12, and another pair was like $10. So we ended up getting like 3 pairs of shoes for $30 or something like that. Can't complain there. Wow, we got a whole bunch of GGM comments here. So are you trying to use the computer mic? No, it's a headset. It's my son's headset. She used it before on here, but we plugged it in, and yeah, it's not recognizing it for some reason. I choose 60s and 70s. I don't want to relive the decades I was alive for. Yeah, exactly. We've been there and done that. It's like let's go try some. I'd want to go the 50s. Um, you know, it just seemed more laid back, interesting, and I like the cars of the 50s and 40s. Apples are meant to be eaten. I agree. Fuji's. Weird is normal. Yeah, weird is definitely normal. Absolutely. Thumbs up. Yes, hit the thumbs up button. Why does a 5-year-old know what transgender is? It was a fake poll, but um, the thing of it was is the people. I mean, he blatantly said this 5-year-old girl wants to transition, or her parents don't want her to. So this is a signature to allow her to transition, and it's like he would ask some of the people like, she's old enough to make that decision, right? They'd be like, oh yeah. I'm like, who are you? What's wrong with you? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get people. Very scary. Hello all, another beautiful Sunday and a past. I don't want to read what I think that says. Does that mean lousy? The L and P is right next to each other on the on the keyboard. I was told off at work by two brave men. Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah. Yeah. I guess people go to hotels and they think they're big shots because they spent $150 a night to stay there. And I guess they don't like continental breakfast. Like, I mean, every freaking hotel serves the same stuff. It's like, what do you expect? People are dumb. Howdy, Gary. I want to transition to rich and retired. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll sign that petition. uh, Rich and retired sounds like a good transition. I agree. The volume is off, or is it me? Hopefully not, because I've been yapping for 18 minutes. So hopefully, hopefully it's okay. Oh, there you go. Gongri Man said, just you. Gary's got it all taken care of. Right on. So this isn't the Discord series I want. No, there was only like 4 or 5 of us on there. And it was just a little private thing where we can talk crap and be open and not be subject to cancellation, if you will. Laugh out loud. I glance at the clearance. If I return things for Amazon, they give you $5 off Kohl's Cash, so can get stuff free or save the return slip and give someone else a discount. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I dug through. They had a pretty decent section of clothes. I dug through it. I really didn't find anything. Prices were a bit high, but the shoe department, I was like, yeah, I'll get some of this. Kohl's is weird. I think they started to do kind of like what Bed Bath and Beyond did. They started to bring in like general merchandise stuff, soaps and health and beauty and stuff like that. I was like, that just doesn't work, guys. It didn't work for Bed Bath and Beyond. It probably won't work for you either. Gary says the market has become very weird and the economists don't get it. Yep. I don't know. I don't think last week was that bad. But we are down. The Nasdaq is down 10% over the month, over 1 month, and the S&P is down over 1 month. Dang it! Come on, that ain't working. How come you ain't working, bruh? Oh well, it's down. People need to just live and let live. I kind of used to think that, Gary, but now you're talking a 5-year-old. So are we going to just let her live and let live and let her go ahead and start taking hormones and stunt the growth of her women parts and things like that? And we're going to let a 5-year-old, whack off his pecker because he wants to, because we want to just live and let live. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of a, I used to say that a lot. Just live and let live. But when it comes to something like that, that's something totally different. That's, to me, this is like some evil crap. I'm in the market for some t-shirts. Need them designed and printed, probably 50 plus. Send me a message. DM me. I can still get some stuff done. It's going to depend on what you want designed and stuff. I'll probably have to outsource design. I had to outsource a lot of stuff nowadays because my other computer that I used to have died. Like everything, it won't turn back on. I can't access the files, can't access the programs, nothing. It was all, that's a 12-year-old computer with a CD-ROM, and computers nowadays really don't have CD-ROMs, so it's all app-based and web-based and all that stuff. So I didn't want to reinvest the money into the software again. When does the run into the election start? I think it starts now. That's what I think. I just think, as far as the market's concerned, I think it would be really hard pressed. After this run, I just think it's kind of, I think you need to scale into this market because you could miss it, right? I mean, we're down, S&P's down 25%. NASDAQ's probably down. Now's the thing's working. Oh, now it don't want to work again. NASDAQ is down. Dang it. How come it's not doing it? Oh, well. NASDAQ's down a lot. Oh, there we go. Year to date, 35%. I think it's time to start looking at it. I think going bearish on the market at this point, you know, I think there's upside. I think the downside is limited. Obviously, there's arguments to the contrary, right? Obviously, but I think just slowly but surely. I'm not saying go all in. The bottom is in. There's nobody that's gonna freaking call that. There might be one person to call it, and it ain't gonna be you. I got kicked out of that server too, like an hour and a half ago. No, that's not that server that you're talking about. You got kicked out of that server too? Dang, Dan, what you been doing? I have found the more we pay for a hotel, the less you get. No breakfast, no free Wi-Fi, no parking. Actually, that's kind of true.
I responded to him.
Oh, did you? Because I mean, we used to go to the Sheraton when we used to go to the Universal Studios Hollywood, and you had to pay for breakfast. You had to pay for Wi-Fi. Um, you had to pay for parking. So that is kind of true. I like kind of the I kind of like the mid grade. I don't like the low grade hotels. I don't like the high grade hotels. I like the mid grade. The Holiday Inn Express. Most of them clean, nice breakfast, reasonably priced. A lot of times you can get them under $100 a night. So yeah, I think that's the nice sweet spot. I mean, there's other brands in that era. I'm just, that's probably the one most people are familiar with. 2 months ago, I need to go vote this week. Oh yeah, voting. I'm in California. Our votes don't matter. Not that bad. The Nasdaq is down over 30% this year. Yeah, it's not 50. It's not 50. That's why I said just scale in. The problem is that some won't let you live unless you agree adopt their beliefs. Exactly. Come on, no 5-year-old should or can make any decision for themselves. That must have been a joke. No, it was no joke. It was no joke. It was a experiment, right? It was an experiment. Um, you would think. I mean, that's common sense, Gary. No 5-year-old should or can make any decision for themselves. That's common sense. Common sense is out the window. People don't have it. People don't have it. There's a lot of evil in this. The norm, the uproar of the abortion thing, right? All they want to do is, I think, the whole thing that we've been seeing is about population control, right? Making transgender, the LGBT community, like encouraged, right? Like there was I saw a stat that there was a hundreds and hundreds percent increase of kids that identified as, XYZ. That's probably wrong terminology, but you know what I'm saying. And it's like, why is this happening? Why? Because the people, the media, the society is pushing that narrative. Why? Because they don't want them to procreate. They don't want them to recreate. Why are they pissed off about the feds giving the states abortion the decision? Because they want to kill you. They want to kill your kids. I said it. It's not right, and it's the new normal. 10 years from now, I got a prediction. 2030, this this is not going to look good. This is not going to look good. Like, the more kids that they can transition or get into uh, same-sex relationships, the more successful they're going to be, because their bloodline is over. They can't recreate, so they're done. Once they're dead, they're gone. There's no family. There's no extension of themselves, because at the end of the day, at the start of the day, at the end of the day, a human, our sole purpose is to recreate, just like animals. And we're just taking that away and making it normal, because you also hear just regular people, straight, heterosexual people saying, I don't want to bring a kid into this world. That's what they want. Population control, so that they can keep more of the money for themselves. That is the big issue, ethos. We can let others live, but it seems like a lot of extremes don't want anyone else to live. Exactly. I just had to rant. Our breakfast is potatoes, eggs, sausage or bacon, pancakes, French toast sticks, oatmeal, cold cereal, bagels, cream cheese, fresh fruit, hard-boiled eggs, ton of condiments, coffee, OJ, apple juice. Did you forget yogurt? Knives?
Yep.
Yogurt. Water? Got some water too, I'm sure. Yeah, that's pretty good breakfast. I want waffles though. I think the waffle maker at a hotel breakfast is like the best. 5-year-olds can totally make decisions for themselves, like what clothes to wear to school, but parents help control those choices with what clothes they put in the closet. Yeah. Yeah, what's entertaining is letting them choose their own clothes. It's like, you want to wear that? Go ahead. I'm tired of having the SQQ being my only working play. This week I am betting on the TQQQ. I would bet on the TQQ too. Matter of fact, I am. That's one of the. No, I got a 19 put expiring next Friday. What else? All my covered calls are doing well. Obviously, market goes down, your covered calls do good. Put wise, I'm heavy in IWM, and I'm got a couple on Google. Knives says this guy kept saying for 3 days he was going to tip us. I told my manager it made us uncomfortable because he kept repeating it. He came up to the kitchen door and kept saying Happy Heritage Month to me. He then told his daughter to go outside with her mom. I seriously think he was going to argue with me or throw coffee on me. Yeah. Yeah, for 3 days straight, the guy was like, "Oh, I haven't forgot about you. I'm gonna come give you a tip," and blah blah blah. It's like, dude, don't freaking announce it. Just do it. Stop running your damn mouth and do it. We don't want to. She don't want to hear that crap. Yeah, and Happy Heritage Month. I think he was trying to bait her into maybe like a race war type of thing, like a race argument. What is Heritage Month? I think there was Spanish Heritage Month or something this month, wasn't it? I don't know. We don't follow that crap. What are the 12 Heritage Months? October. Wait, was it October or September that he did it? Oh, that's kind of odd. It's LGBTQ and History Month. LGBTQ plus History Month. So what was he saying? There was a Latin Heritage Month last month. Maybe he was confused. Idiot. How do you think the Democrats will do in the November elections? Um, it's starting to sound like I think Barack Obama came on and actually told the Democrats to stop concentrating on Trump. I mean, like, Trump's not even freaking running. That's all they talk about. It's like, you guys are just, like you say, Democrats. So maybe they'll start talking about issues. I really don't hear it. We'll see. I think they'll do okay. Because I think elections are politicians are chosen. Trump broke that. Trump broke that bond. in 2016, and yeah, they lost their friggin' mind because Hillary was the chosen one. The second guy yelled at me because breakfast was over and said, "Why the frick didn't they tell me?" Pointing to the front desk. They are told all the time when breakfast is. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's a problem. It's like people don't pay attention. People don't listen. I think that's the thing with that 5-year-old thing. I don't think they listened at all. Like people don't pay attention to words. They don't pay attention to driving. They don't. We've been driving down the road. And I'm like, look, an idiot right there. Cause they're looking at their phone. It's like, what the hell are you looking at? What could you, what could you possibly be looking at? You should call this company. Tom says Las Vegas no longer a cheap place to stay and eat. $50 breakfast and $8 bottle of water. Glad my boss paid for $50 breakfast. Jesus. If I want to pay $50, it's going to be dinner and it's going to be a ribeye steak and dessert. $50. Sheesh. Democrats equal evil. I'm going to have to agree. Now I wish there's a lot of Democrats that are the classic liberals, right? The ones that had, made sense, kind of, you know, like go take a look at Dave Rubin. What is it? Tulsi Gabbard, I think it was this week, said, you know what? She was Democrat. She was more on the socialist side. And she said, you know what? Screw you guys, because y'all don't make any sense. And they don't. They really don't. It is definitely different. I questioned lots of things in my teen years. I tried straight, bi, lesbian. It was fine, but it didn't change who I was. My kids and their friends, they question things. And it isn't simple. It's 50 different genders or sexualities, and is something needing announced, not something to deal with on a personal level. Yeah, 50 different genders. Like, no wonder. No wonder they're freaking confused. You can't. You can't. It's just. Carrie says, "Nice. Where's the tofu? Glad it is in the parking lot." Tofu. Ew. LOL. Raffle. My daughter chose some interesting combinations, but she loved expressing herself through her clothes. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. This is probably going to get me in trouble. But did I tell you about it, Knives? The girl that I saw, she had a boyfriend walking down the street when I was picking up John from school. The girl had hairier legs than me. And she like had it slicked down. I was like, whoa, what? I guess that's the feminist movement. I mean, it was thick with 2 C's. It was way hairier than my legs. And I got pretty hairy legs. It wasn't cute. I'm like, I don't know. Strange or not normal or not traditional. Here we go. Maybe that's more safer. Not traditional, right? Because when you say that's not normal, that implies that somebody is abnormal, and that can be construed as a offense, right? Non-traditional. Let's go there. Reb Jabba. Yeah, I'm over this woke nonsense. It's all garbage and toxic to boot. Thank God I generally don't have to deal with it. You know, say what you will. a lot of people don't like the conservatives because they're not religious, but you know, yeah, there's a strong correlation between uh, uh, the lack of God and where we're at. And you don't even have to go to church. You don't have to, to even believe in God to actually notice that, right? Um, so yeah, you aren't in a casino hotel, are you? No, she's not. It's an extended stay though. Extended stay. So sometimes she'll have there been people there that live there for months and months and months. Um, I think there's one guy that lives in. I think there's one guy that lives there full time. I think he's disabled and he lives there full time. My grandson can't decide if he's a pirate or a cat. He's not ready to make his own decisions. Love it. Yeah, maybe he's a pirate cat. There you go. Democrats are going to get clobbered in November everywhere but West Coast. Um, you would think so. You would think so. But like I said, politicians are chosen or politicians are appointed, not chosen by the people. So maybe. No, we had people when I was at the casino that would stiff servers on tips at times, but they would pay attention to who they had. And since we were in the high roller room, it was a small group. Oh, yeah, high roller room. Got some money in there. That sucks that they would stiff the servers, though. Shaw. The Shaw is in the building. Did you have a bad day? Now you straighten them out. Bringing back out Sunday friend. Did I have a bad? No, I had a great day today. Why would you say I had a bad day? I'm laughing. I'm smiling. Come on, Gary. So how much lower the market going? What's everyone's opinion? Uh, I don't think it's going much lower. Few percent, maybe. When they broke their losing streak, they would come in and actually give servers tips or leave money in envelopes for them to make up for it. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I need a market rally this week. I got many puts open. Yeah, I'm. Y'all know I don't look at futures, but I'll go ahead and look at it real quick for you guys. So I don't think it really matters at this point. But futures are up 0.5%. Just looking at some headlines and nothing really strikes me. Oh, Nikola founder Trevor Milton found guilty of fraud. So that dude's going to jail, going to the feds. No, it was last week, Gary. Thanks. Good luck with that, Nix. Yeah, I think we'll have a little bit of a rally. If I would get out of, stuff you're worried about. I got plenty of IWMs open, but they're in the 140, 145, 150 range. So I'm not even worried about them. Google, I do have a 95 out on Google that expires on the 20th this Friday. And then I have an 85 out to November. So I'm not worried about the 85. The 95 is iffy. What else? Oh, I do have a 170 IWM. Expires this Friday. I'll probably roll that one if it doesn't recover. That's about it. We are holding you responsible. You're the sharp one. Market touched 28,750 briefly last week. I was at airport, so couldn't take advantage. Hopefully again next week. 28,750. You're looking at the Dows. You must be old school. Is anyone else picturing a limbo competition between the political party mascots and the market talking head people? The media is so funny. I think 28,000 is bottom. Lots of investors will rush in every time Dow goes below 29,000. Oh yeah, you are doing the Dow for sure. Yeah, good support right there too at that 29. I was looking at the IWM. That's why I went in with the IWM, the small cap. Real strong support at the 165. So I just did a whole bunch below that. So that's what I'm planning on. I'd really like to just do indexes. That's my plan. We'll see. I always say that, and it just never works. Market going down to 24,850. Timestamp this. 24,850. Jesus. That's when's the last time it was there? So you're saying we're going down to COVID lows. That's your call, huh, Grateful Man? Wasn't the Nikola guy faking his truck working? Yeah, apparently they pushed it down a hill. I thought it was brilliant, but I guess the SEC didn't think that way. But shit, I thought it was brilliant. Yep. I had some luck last week selling 175 Tesla puts and buying them back an hour later. I just mentioned Tesla and I saw the market cap. I was like, holy crap. I haven't looked at Tesla in months. Let me look at it. $200. What? Oh, they must have did a split. They did another split. I don't remember. But holy cow. Still overvalued. Any thoughts on China killing the semiconductor industry? Yeah. We got Intel. They're building their foundries here, I guess. So, China can do whatever it wants. I think that's a problem. China's always a problem. Russia's a problem. I don't know. I don't think one country can kill the industry. The Tesla split was months ago. Yeah, that's probably the last time I looked at Tesla. I haven't really thought about Tesla since you unsubbed from what's his face that went crazy. Oh, since I unsubbed from what's his face that went crazy. Who went crazy? Am I tripping? Someone went crazy? That wouldn't be good. Going crazy ain't cool. Ooh, wonderful. Got one thumbs down, and I lost a subscriber at the beginning of this stream. Yeah, maybe that's why my regular channel ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. Oh well, it is what it is. YouTube's really sucking ass lately. Last week they had that glitch, so I made like 50 cents on the first day of that video. Usually my Saturday videos is good for $10, and made like 50 cents. Um, if I do a ETF review, especially something like what I did this past Saturday, RYLG Global X covered call high yield ETF. Usually you'd get 1,000 views. I'd get easily 1,000 views on the first day, and then another, a few hundred on Sunday, today, which would be today, and that one only got 600 views. So I think I'm being punished. I'm being punished by the machine. It was a finance channel. Last thing I heard, he got arrested for a DUI in Florida. Ran for governor out there in Cali. Oh, is that Stefan guy? I don't watch much YouTube anymore, especially a lot of things. A lot of things are pissing me off about YouTube, and I think them going to the YouTube Shorts. I'm never gonna do YouTube Shorts, right? And my subscription feed, if somebody I'm subscribed to is doing a ton of YouTube Shorts, I'm unsubscribing. Like, I don't watch YouTube Shorts. That's another problem with this society is these 30-second, 50-second bites, and you move on, get that dopamine rush, move on. TikTok, that type of stuff. I ain't doing it. I ain't participating. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to put their focus on shorts, and us long form video makers are going to suffer. Unless we jump on the bandwagon, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. They must have had a 5-year-old. Tesla is overpriced, but is also a good tell on the market. I guess it just could be manipulated so much with Elon. An Elon tweet could just, do so much damage or good on the share price. That's the thing I don't like about it. I do miss your weekly Monday, Wednesday, or whatever day you put it out. Yeah. I haven't had the time. I haven't had the motivation. And then, the YouTube thing with the money and the shorts and all that, it's extremely discouraging. It really is. Because when I started YouTube, right, it was okay. And then when I got monetized, over the next, year or whatever, everything just grew slowly, right? $100. Oh, I made 110 this month. I hit 130 this month. Ooh, I hit 150. Wow, I hit 200. And I'm like, man, if this kind of thing can keep happening, I think one month I did like $300 in a month. And I'm like, and I'm not doing anything differently. And next thing you know, it's like the stock market, right? 300 to 200 to 100. I don't even know if I'll make $100 this month on YouTube, seriously, because of last week's glitch and hardly any other ones, any other videos, getting any traction at all. So I definitely can, that's just extremely discouraging, especially when your subs are growing. Like it's up to 7,000, over 7,000 subscribers, but I'm at the lowest views ever now, dang near. Well, except when I first started out, obviously. They just gave my second channel a community tab for some reason with 31 subs. So confused. They're just, I don't know. YouTube is difficult unless you hit the YouTube lottery. I know there's some channels that I see that, they got 2.2 million subscribers, and, they can pretty much put out anything and they'll make bank, right? Meet Kevin. Meet a liar. Meet Kevin. Gotcha. Shaw said it would be nice if our kids would decide while they are still zygotes whether or not they want to be female or male instead of waiting until 5 years old. I know, right? I'm not big on shorts. Don't like watching them, but did play around with them in beta. Yeah, I did one short. I really didn't like it. Apparently, they're going to monetize them now, which would probably, honestly, would take away from the traditional YouTube, uploader like myself. With the AMC or GameStop loss of general interest, YouTube needs more rational stock channels. Hang in there. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's what's weird. It's weird uh, because I grew when the market was getting rough. Right, that's when I really grew. That was COVID era. Um, and I thought we'd have the same situation, right? The market's been going down, people are looking for income, right? And that's kind of what we're pretty heavy on, because people usually perceive getting income dividends as safety, and it's just not happening. We'll see. I'll hang in there maybe, and we'll see. You would think there would be a ton of interest in learning to retire with less given current conditions. Yeah, I would think so too. Like I just said, like you would think people would be searching out uh, things. Like I thought it did pretty good, but I thought the TLTW, the bonds, the I bonds, things like that, I thought that would like take off, and it really didn't. Um, I'm wondering if long form pay will get better once they transition out of the shorts fund. Seems like they were siphoning off to pay for shorts. I don't know. Hard to say. It's interesting though that they want to get into the shorts, unless they're going to run ads on the shorts. Do they run ads on shorts? I don't think they do. Maybe they're going to start. I don't know. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. But you know, we'll see. Interest in stock trading is falling off because crypto is down and the market is top. No excitement. YouTube cannabis growing streams are growing. Cannabis growing streams. Oh, well, yeah, because, you know, Biden wants to decriminalize it finally. That doesn't mean it's legal. They just want to decriminalize it, hopefully. Hopefully they make that move to full federal um, legalization. Well, I guess it's the same as I guess it's the same argument, like with the abortion thing. Give it back to the states. Let the states make that decision. Um, yeah, let the states make the decision, and then we are free to do as free free citizens to choose what fits us, what state fits us the best. YouTube wants people to play the shorts lottery, not make an actual plan to retire. Yeah, exactly. It's the machine. Um, YouTube drives the income. So YouTube, if YouTube wants you to be a successful YouTuber, they will make you a successful YouTuber. People want to say, "Oh, it's your content, or it's your social media game, or whatever that." No, YouTube controls who goes viral, who doesn't. Um, it's all, you don't get 2 million subscribers without YouTube pushing that, pushing your content. So last year vindicates being a dividend investor. I look forward to market dropping, so I buy with higher starting yield, more upside, and currently owned ETFs, reinvest and buy more shares at lower price. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In general, there is a pessimistic attitude because all the news is bad. Yeah, it's always bad. You know what's funny though? It's like uh you read the news after the market closes on a down day, and it's oh, market is down because of inflation worries and this and the other, and then the next day it's up the same amount, and those, oh, market is up on renewed confidence in interest in inflation receding or something. It's like you guys repeat the same damn crap every time. It's like it's old. They will be running ads on the shorts, splitting ad revenue with the videos in the short session, and the pay ratio is reversed with the extra part to YouTube going to music companies. Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a feeling my YouTube career might be up, or I may need to change subjects or something one day. I'm not watching ads on shorts. Just saying, yeah, I would agree with that statement. How about the 11 Oregon counties voting to join Idaho? Hopefully, they are successful. Frick Portland. 11 Oregon counties wanting to join Idaho. That's a lot of counties. Must obviously be all the Eastern Oregon. Wait a second. Yeah, must all be the Eastern counties, the rural areas. Rural. That's a hard word to say. I refuse to watch anything on the short shelf. I'll watch from channel pages from those I subscribe to. Yeah, I can go through my subscriptions. It's like, dude, like one place I'm subscribed to like put out like 8 shorts in a row, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to unsubscribe to you because I don't want to have to look through all this crap. Do people still watch the news? Yeah, there's people that still watch the news. I don't. Yeah, meet Kevin, CNBC, Kramer, bye, 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 all full of it. But sometimes they say smart stuff, but never at the right time. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be right every once in a while. If you're, saying buy, 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 or sell, 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 you'll probably be right, once or twice. there's only there's only one or two, right? You need to start touring RVs. Yeah, I thought about it. We'll see. Wait, Counties can vote to leave the state. What if the new state doesn't want them? Yeah, I would imagine that, the new state would have to agree. They can't just force their way in. Although other countries can just force their way in here. I guess they can become their own independent state. Yeah. I give them a max of 1 per day. That's the most I can handle. Yeah. Yeah. There was like 8 to 10 of them, like all in a row. And like, dude, like that's just ridiculous. Good night, all. Time to close the barn and wash the dishes. Good night, Knives and GGM and everyone else. Close the barn and wash the dishes. There you go. Night, Gary. Not much news out there. It's all commentary designed to influence. Yeah, there is no news. There really is no news. It's all opinion. It's all opinion. Because what was it? Shoot, there was a headline that someone sent me, and it was like it was like blatant, right? The headline was like racist GOP Republican XYZ going up against superstar Democrat, liberal progressive Democrat XYZ, and it's like, how you gonna call yourself a news station and start out a headline like that? It's like, that's just that you lose all credibility starting out like that. Night, Gary. Sweet dreams. Later. The British bonds deal is actually a pretty big deal and should scare us a little, as it could happen here. Basically, no one wanted to buy their debt. I kind of hope it all implodes, and we have to install a whole new government. That would be interesting. That'd be an interesting thing to live through. I occasionally watch news clips from Australia, but they just make fun of people. That's funny. I see your thingamabob there. I will not give out my home address. I would hope you would understand. But I can give out my P.O. box. And that is... Oh, come on. Where are you at? Where are you at? You're here somewhere. Hey, how come it's not... Oh, there it is. Ah. Da 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 da. Oh, there you go. Going green, Mom. She's faster than me. My wife wants to send you a nice Christmas card. Oh, that's nice. Right on, Tom. Appreciate that. Then they form their own new state or country, perhaps join Alaska, would have oil and gold. Yeah, I kind of wish we could form our own state, or this government. The government of America is literally out of control. It really is. It's horrible. It's ugly. Um, yeah, it's they call us the experiment, and I guess the experiment's just not working out. When all good love us again? I don't know. Probably never. It's probably Matt's fault. Europe is a mess. We'll get worse. EU probably done. Yeah, I could definitely see that. There's the link tree for all my contact info. There's my PO box, or it's a PMB. It's a private mailbox. I don't know what the difference is. I guess PO is at the post office. This is actually not at a post office. Not by much. I started as soon as the comment hit chat. As the commercial loans, most run 10 years, become due and need to be renewed with the higher rates of interest, there's going to be foreclosures. It's not going to be pretty. Um, the yeah, if they need to renew them, yeah, I mean, it's just they're gonna have to pass the buck no matter what. It all goes down to the end user. So whatever commercial industrial warehouse or whatever that is, that has to, pay 5% more on their mortgage is going to have to shove that cost into the goods or services that they're providing. And that's more inflation. The problem with the American government is it represents the populace, and the general populace is pretty dumb. Um, yeah, it's pretty dumb. I saw a thing. I don't know if I talked about this, but I saw a thing about TikTok. It's a Chinese company, um, and they control the content. They control the algorithm that you look at, and it's all just. I They said that what is shared in America is all just stupid, uh, dumb, pranks and worthless material that just makes you more stupid. And the content that's shared in China is stuff that will encourage you, make you smarter, make you learn, things like that. So really interesting. If China's playing the long game, they're definitely going to take over as the dominant country in the world. Do you have to worry about that much in Iran? When Dave love us again? I think he's got a couple of months left. I missed the past couple of videos he's got out. I'm behind. He's not even expecting to be off trail mid-November. I think he might push into late November. I think he's going to be on trail still at Thanksgiving. He said, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think so. So how's the poll? Let's see. Let's check it out. Like I said, if you could choose the calendar years to go back to and live, what would they be? 40s and 50s, only 3% of you. 60s and 70s is 19% of you. 80s and 90s, that doesn't surprise me that one won. 59% of you. The aughts, 2000s to through the 2010s, 19% of you. 2000s to 2010s. I mean, those were my prime years, really, right? Because 2000, I was 24, 25? No, 24 at the start of 2000. So, fun fact, me and Knives actually moved in with me, moved into my apartment December 31st, 1999. That was the time where the world was supposed to end because of the computer glitch of 00. It was, it was supposed to cause all kinds of freaking problems, and it didn't. Um, everything was supposed to go dark, power grid, no one knew how it was going to react, all that stuff. So luckily nothing happened. I'm a week behind. I went down a sister wives rabbit hole this week. Sister wives are the natural order of things. And they naturally aren't getting along. Exactly. I don't see how they can get along. I don't get it. Do you have a few? Do they agree with that statement? If you're going back in time, warn them of 9/11. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, then you think about it, like if you go back through, right, like the 20s, you had the depression, and 40s you had war, 50s or 60s you had wars. Like, man, all these wars and depressions and crap like that, civil rights. Like, what a past 100 years. It's kind of crazy, right? That 100 years, look how much stuff has changed in 100 years. That is insane. My son used to say, "Well, that's never going to happen." As far as like technology, some things like that, right? Now that'll never happen. I was like, what if this does it on its own, or I don't know. Just think of some off the wall thing that you think is impossible. My son used to say, "Oh, that never going to happen." I said, "Never say never. Never say never." Because there's no way in hell, growing up in the 80s, and you would have told me that, in the 2022 or whatever we're in, that I'd be sitting here talking to you on a camera instantaneously. People would be able to see me from my home, not some big ass, you know, satellite, like like TV stations, right? Even TV stations, they only can broadcast 100 miles, not even 100 miles, I don't think, back in the day. So yeah, it's, you would have never convinced me of that. Make sure you don't eat the food the sister wives cooked for you right away. Let one of the kids eat it first to make sure they didn't put anything in it. Sometimes they could be moody. Sheesh. I go back to the womb and finish the job before they take me out. Ben. There was actually a good video put out by a historical sewing channel comparing now to the 1920s. There were a lot of similarities, and the questioning traditional roles and stuff too was interesting. A lot of similarities in the questioning traditional roles. Yeah. I kind of almost envy the Amish. Like, no technology. Oh, there's some Amish that, like, kind of toe the line. I don't know what they're called. I watched some stuff on them. Like, they're able to have some, modern amenities, but it's still very interesting. Oh, geez. I love the show Big Love. Big Love. Is it bad that gives me hope we'll eventually get past it? I hope so. I mean, for our kids' sake, right? Um, hopefully things get better, and not because if they continue progressing the way they're progressing, the world is going to look ugly, extremely ugly. And I don't think you'll have any freedoms. I don't think you'll have any choices. Um, you know, I think their utopia picture has everybody doing the same thing, looking the same way, making the same amount of money, eating the same junk, and just not fun, not interesting at all. The umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck. They pulled me out early at 10 pounds, 10 ounces. Damn. Early? You were 10 pounds, 10 ounces? Holy crap. You were a big boy. Dang. Yeah, my kids were like in the 8 range, mid 8s. 8.5, I think, 8.6, somewhere in there. Like, dang, 10 pounds, 10 ounces. Whew. Wasn't Weird Al Amish? I don't know. Was he? I know he did probably a parody. Mormon. Yeah, Mormon, Amish, tomato. uh, Me too, Ray, but life doesn't imitate art. True. But Weird Al made a video about the Amish. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he did a spoof on them. Oh, it was the Gangster's Paradise. The Coolio dude that just died, the rapper that just died. He had a Gangster's Paradise, and he did Amish Paradise. Laugh out loud. Depends on the area. Here they have cell phones. Just don't keep in the house. Solar on barns, drive trucks or whatever for work. Drink, drugs, party from mid-teens till they join the church. Dang. So, well, hey, so they're able to like get it all out of your system, and then you're expected to join the church and live right. That's decent. That's a fair deal. I was 10 pounds, 3 ounces. Dang, y'all some big babies. My brother was 11.4. Holy crap, man. Laugh out loud. He did Amish. Yeah, there you go. Amish Paradise, but don't think he was Amish. Yeah, I don't think he was Amish either. Going to get worse before it gets better, but there will finally be a backlash against technology. I believe the pendulum always swings forward and then comes back. I was thinking of that too. I was like, technology was so good and allowed us to do so much things that it actually hurts. It hurt everything. It's hurt, the important stuff. It's hurt relationships. It's hurt one-on-one relationships with people. It hurts the genuine one-on-one human interaction. It really does. These people are looking down on their phone, like can't even. We were in. Me and Knives went to Wendy's when we were out there. We got the little $5 bag or whatever, and we saw this young kid with his grandma. Grandma went to take him out to eat, and he's sitting there on his phone. It's like, man, you're spending time with a woman that loves you, that won't be around much longer, and you're just on your phone. Like that's sad. It's sad. And then I went up to fill my soda, and they had that machine that has like 100 different choices. And there was an old man standing there right behind me, right next to me. And I was like, "Hey, what do you like, Coke or Pepsi?" And I just wanted to start a conversation. And it was so cool because, we sat and had a conversation for just a few minutes, just small talk. And I showed him how to run the machine and how to get a, flavor, because he was a Coke guy. And I was like, oh, they do vanilla. You can add flavor and all that. And he was all excited, but it was freaking broke. And I mean, that's gone. That's gone. Coolio died. Yep, he died. Heart attack at 59. Calling her night. Good night, all. Good night, Rube Java. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Seems like a lot of teens can't even have a conversation without freaking out. What happens when they don't succeed in the workforce? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Um, my youngest was a little rough at that for a little while. But he's gotten a lot better. A lot better. Um, he can talk and have a, full on conversation. He's thoughtful. He thinks before he speaks. And so that's important. Um, but he's of the generation where he's always on his phone. He's, if we're at the dinner table though, don't put your phone away. If you're eating by yourself, go ahead, look on your phone. But if we're eating like a family at the dinner table, no, we don't have our phones. Um, things are different. Like we'll still have phones, for instance, but the penalties for tracking will be like a drug offense because people will be so tired and pissed off about being tracked. Um, I don't know. Social media just screwed everything up. Um, Social media is another thing that's really jacking up relationships, right? Um, I heard someone say you used to be, back in the day, right? You went to work, you had the people around you at work, and then you went back to your spouse, and that's all you saw, right? Now and now you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and you got thousands of people you're exposed to every day, and that can mess up. Someone can snake in and take advantage of your husband or wife, and next thing you know, you're doing something wrong, and it wasn't like that before. So, night rib java. Yikes! This is what I get for not watching the news, I guess. Yeah, I don't watch the news, but I'll see it in a feed. They consent to it by not reading the terms of service. Yeah, exactly. Those terms of service, you give up everything. I mean, that's why they listen to you. That's how you get ads for things you're looking at. Like my phone was in my pocket when me and Knives were looking at shoes, and I mentioned the brand, right? It was Fila brand. I was like, "Oh, look at these Filas," right? And she goes, "I don't really like the Filas." Well, they're on sale though, and we got home. I opened my phone and opened up Instagram, and bam, right there, Fila ad. They listen to you when your phone's in your pocket. It's like, damn, how'd they hear that? How the hell did they hear that in my pocket? You want to see something interesting? Read about Calhoun's rat experiments and the beautiful ones. Basically, the rats had everything they needed, but the rats called the beautiful ones became hypersensitive weirdo rats like current millennials. Interesting. Yeah. We spoiled our kids, but not overly. And I don't even know if you can say they were spoiled. Um, Compared to, what I got as a kid, they got freaking everything as far as I'm concerned. But comparatively to a lot of other people, they weren't extremely spoiled, but they got a good life for sure. Way better than what I got. Um, but not overboard, that's for sure. They also didn't have grandparents that spoiled them either. We're kind of lone wolves as far as me, Knives, and our kids. We really don't have any family, so they couldn't get that spoiled because we weren't rich, but we tried to give them the basics of life, and then a little bit more, as long as they performed in education, and they did for the most part. They would freak out over stimuli even though they had everything they needed. Yeah. You know what's scary right now is the drug epidemic. Like that's not even being addressed. Like nobody even cares. Like fentanyl and all that stuff. It's being brought in by our government. That's what's jacked up about it. They want to put the blame on, this or that or whatever. Uh, but the government not stopping it coming in is basically just the government bringing it in. It's really what it is. They can do stuff to combat it, but they're not. Why? They want to keep people zombies. They want to keep people dependent, and it's the way it is. I don't watch feeds either. Yeah, I probably shouldn't either. Knowing what you know now, would you have done things differently when they were itty bitty? Probably not, honestly. Um, no, because they weren't super spoiled. They weren't. To me, that's what I'm saying. To me, they were super spoiled. Like growing up, right? Like I didn't know you went school shopping every year. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you got new school clothes every year. Like I never experienced that. I didn't know that was a thing until I met Knives, and she's like, "Oh, we need to go school shopping." I'm like, "For what?" the, the clothes that he has still fit. What do you mean? Every year you get new clothes. I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. Because I mean, I've never, we didn't do that as a kid. It's like we wore stuff until they got holes in them. Um, and you bought things that were bigger. Like you bought pants that were too long so that they would last even longer. You got a hole in your jeans. You would put a patch on it. You wouldn't get new jeans. But you know, our kids didn't have to go through wearing holy clothes or holy shoes, things like that. Um, we tried to take them on a special vacation or little trip or something once a year. That's something we never did as kids. Um, yeah, it will eventually reduce the population too. If you're talking about the fentanyl thing and stuff like that, uh, absolutely. I think that's the plan, is to reduce the population. And I don't think they care. Um, I'm gonna end it right here. My son's getting off of work at, I don't know. He said 8ish, I think. I have to check my text again, so I have to go pick him up. Um, one more here. Laugh out loud. I phased school shopping out at middle school. I wish I had known better before. I buy stuff when they need it now, not because school is starting and durable school supplies. Yeah, I mean, I'm done with that. I didn't even have to go school shopping. I took my son's school shopping this year because he had his own money, so I didn't have to go buy him clothes for school shopping, so I just had to take them. So that was nice. So I'm done essentially with that type of stuff. So kind of cool. Being a parent makes me respect my parents a lot more. It's not easy. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment. Maybe I will one day. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. I've been shopping my office supply board lately. Have a great week. Drive safe, Jerry. Yep. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Ray, GGM, Gary, Rip Java, Ben, all you guys. Appreciate everybody. I enjoyed this one. I was in a good mood. I just need to rant. Otherwise, I may rant on the wrong person out in public. Office supply hoard lately. There you go. All right, y'all. Hope y'all have a good week. See you back here next Sunday. Hopefully I'm not hungover. I got the wedding next Saturday. So we'll see if I post some pictures of me in a monkey suit or not on Instagram. My wife probably will make me. So watch out for that. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later. We'll see you back here next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.